After getting gentlemen swept in the second round by the up-and-coming Miami Heat, rumors and question about Giannis Antetokounmpo's time in Milwaukee have been in play. And today, I will be making the case on why I believe Giannis should stay with the Bucks, and we will be taking a deeper dive into what happened in the second round against the Miami Heat. But before we get into today's video, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Jamichael, giving y'all another banger. So because I'm giving y'all this banger, if y'all could go ahead and hit that like button, please subscribe to the channel. That would do so much for the channel if you guys could subscribe, and comment down below on anything that you want me to discuss about. I can discuss anything about the NBA or sports or anything of any topic. So if you have anything that you want to discuss, just go ahead and let me know. But with that being said, let's get into today's video. Now, it goes without saying that Giannis had a very disappointing playoffs this year. Giannis Antetokounmpo came into the playoff with the mindset that he was going to at least make the finals, or at least make the Eastern Conference Finals, but then later progress to the finals where he could compete for an NBA championship. Things were going all right in the first round. You know, they got past the Magic just as expected and ran into the Miami, where I thought they would pose serious threats, but I never thought that they would completely upset. I thought I had the Bucks in 7. I thought Jimmy Butler and the Heat would really push them, but I thought the Heat were just too young this year. But the Miami Heat have shown that they do not care about age and that they are very aggressive, and they gentlemen swept Giannis in the Bucks. And in the 5 games that it took the Miami Heat to beat the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis wasn't great. In fact, you could make the argument that his best game was game 2, and that wasn't even the best game. You can make the argument that game 4 was the best game for Giannis, and in that game he got injured. But if you start to dive into what Giannis did the entire Milwaukee versus Heat playoffs, it really does tell a story about just what kind of player Giannis is at this current moment and how much more development that he needs to do. And that right there is the case as to why I believe Giannis should stay with the Bucks. And that is the reason that they couldn't get over the hump is because of himself. I feel as though Chris Middleton is receiving a lot of blame right now for the way he played in the playoffs. But if we look at the stats and we look at what happened in the game, I understand Chris Middleton isn't the best all-star. There are several all-stars that you would choose before Chris Middleton, of course. I agree with that, but Chris Middleton wasn't the reason the Bucks lost. Chris Middleton averaged 25 points while also giving you great defense. Chris Middleton hit clutch shots in game 4 to make sure that they wouldn't get swept at least, and this was without Giannis, his superstar next to him. So what more could you have asked from Chris Middleton? What more did Chris Middleton need to do in the second round in order for them to win? Chris Middleton was a beast. Chris Middleton was able to hit clutch shots. He hit the clutch shot in game 4 in overtime to make sure that they would secure the victory. Now, this is if Giannis were to leave and he were to go to another team, he probably would be playing for another team that does have a better all-star next to him. But why leave the situation in Milwaukee where they have a great system? They're great with or without Giannis. Even if Giannis were to leave, they would still be at the bare minimum like a 5 seed in the East. They would still be in the playoffs. They could probably make it to the second round just like they did with Giannis and lose. So if Giannis were to go to another team, yes, you'd be playing with probably a better all-star, a better side mate. But at the end of the day, the reason they couldn't win was because Giannis was abysmal in game 1. And for someone who won the Defensive Player of the Year, for Chris Middleton to have a higher defensive rating than you in 2 out of the 4 games that he played is shocking. That shouldn't be happening. Giannis, you're supposed to be the Defensive Player of the Year. That just can't be happening. I believe that the Milwaukee Bucks should come back next year. They should tweak the roster a little bit. I think that they should get rid of Eric Bledsoe, which was a player that you can look at on the Milwaukee Bucks and say, yes, he was hurting because he was not the same player that he was in the regular season as he was in the playoffs. So I do believe that they can tweak the roster, but I do not believe that Giannis leaving to go to a better situation automatically makes the championship is theirs, because I do believe that a large part of this is that Giannis's game is still incomplete. Giannis doesn't have he doesn't have a mid-range shot. He doesn't have an outside shot consistently yet. And without that, he just can't win championships because they're always going to wall him off. In the playoffs, they know how to game scheme for that to make it difficult for Giannis. And Giannis doesn't have the best, decision. He's not a better decision maker than LeBron because, they did the same thing with LeBron. They try to, wall him off. But LeBron's a playmaker. He can get other people involved. He can dish. He can pass. Giannis is not the same level of genius that LeBron is, and he doesn't have the ability to create for others as well as LeBron. Not to say that Giannis is incapable, but he's not in the same league as LeBron in terms of playmaking. So if Giannis wants to eventually be the champion and build the legacy that he wants to, I believe that Milwaukee is not only willing to do that, they are more than happy to help Giannis win this championship. But I do believe that Giannis has to step up and become that man. Chris Middleton can still improve in the playoffs. He did have an 18-point outing. They could probably have asked for more from him, but overall, I think, trading Eric Bledsoe, tweaking the roster, demanding Giannis to be a better player, especially when it mattered most, is probably going to be the most important thing for the Milwaukee Bucks moving forward. So with that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm so glad that you guys were able to listen that far. If you did, thank you so much. Again, please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video. Please comment. I am more than willing to discuss anything that you guys want to talk about. And with that being said, I'm out, guys. Thank you.